Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks. Welcome to another stream. Today I'm going to try and build a Group B rally car based on real-world rules in automation and then test drive in BeamNG. So this is going to be quite the challenge. Obviously, I've done my research, so I do know there weren't actually that many regulations for the Group B, and I do know the few of them that there were by heart at this point because I've done a couple of tests. So we're gonna be doing this in 1985. How is everyone doing, by the way? Been a while since I've streamed, I know. By the way, that alert I've missed it. Thank you very much for the resub, Sedan 57 Chevy. Anyway, we're going to be doing this in 1985 because in 1986 the rules were changed slightly. Oh yeah, that's what I was actually going to ask because since I last streamed I got a new mic in the meantime, so I could just increase the volume on the fly. Is it better now? I hope it'll be all right. Anyway, so the main rule that we can sort of kind of skip here in automation is the fact that if you want to enter the Group B, you need to produce at least 200 of these 200 road-going versions of that car. So we can sort of skip that because we're in a sandbox mode. It doesn't really matter. Now, obviously, there are a lot of choices that we could use, as you can see there in terms of bodies. Here's the thing. This one does look like a Group B sort of pre-modified body. But I kind of want something a little smaller and lighter. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with something different. This is a little bit too small. I think that 2.2 meter wheelbase is gonna be a little bit scary. Something like 2.4 should be alright. This is still a rather large body with all of these overhangs. It's gonna be heavy. I mean, the sort of Corvette could be good, but I'm leaning towards why are all these bodies looking so different? No, it's I don't know. Here's the thing. I've been trying this. 1978 2.3 body. That one. Yeah. I'm debating between this one or this one. Yeah, I've seen that that in the dev update that this is coming, but it's so unusual because it's sort of like color fade. It doesn't look that good in this new preview, I think. The 74 body is way too old for the mid-80s. I don't know. Because there was a 959 and a 911 for in the Group B, so you know, if 75 is okay, why isn't 74? But then again, tough choice. go with this as a sort of coupe. Let's try it. Porsche isn't your usual car maker, they make the same car for decades. That's true. So, for Group B cars, unlike Group A cars, in Group B you were allowed to use lightweight materials, so we're gonna make use of that. We're gonna use fiberglass here, and we're gonna use a steel monocoque. Engine layout, it didn't matter. You know, you had all-wheel drive cars, you had most of the Group B cars would have been more reason, especially with the limited production run equipment to enter. Yeah. Okay. But then again, like in the real world, Group B, you had to sell a certain amount of you know, production examples of the same car, whereas here, you know, we're in a sandbox mode, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go with all-wheel drive, spoilers, and I'm gonna go, I think, with McPherson struts, because they are a little bit better off-road, and then a semi-trailing arm for the same reason, as opposed to double wishbone, because yes, I'm gonna be doing a little bit off-road. Now, the next regulation, just to remind you, I'm gonna be making a car in the 3-liter class. This means that the engine can either be naturally aspirated and up to 3000 cc's, or turbocharged with up to 2142, I think. 2141, 2142. Let me double check. So 3000 divided by 1.4, 2142. Okay, that's the maximum capacity. Oh. Wait, the resolution is off here in Let me adjust this real quick. Should be good now. So 2142 cc, and I'm gonna go with a Boxer 4 engine here, because it's gonna be light and it's gonna give us very good weight distribution. Now, for relatively obvious reasons, I'm gonna go with a higher bore than stroke. So 2142 is our limit. There we are. There was no limit when it comes to what sort of heads and how many, what sort of valve train you could use, or materials. Did not matter in the least. It was sort of like, okay, go ham. And since we are going to compete with cars that with cars that make like 450 or 500 horsepower, we are gonna need not only a very aggressive setup here, but also quite a lot of quality, because otherwise we're not gonna get to the same numbers. And you know, it's easy to say, oh, sure, use all the quality, you know, like it's a bad thing. These race engines were of extremely good quality for their time. So just throwing that out there. As race engines almost always are, by the way. And we are gonna need all of the boost. We're gonna need at least 1.5. Let's stick with that for now. We are gonna use race intakes because we're making a race car. And we're gonna use 98 octane fuel. We don't care very much at all about fuel consumption, so we use very rich fuel mixture and a little bit of quality here as well. We're not gonna quite rev to 9,000, I don't think, but like 8,400 should be good. Now, I doubt they had cats installed, and they certainly didn't have mufflers either, because you know, they were really, really loud. So we're making too much torque for these conrods. Yeah, we're making too much torque. Okay. Okay, so how much are we at? 424 horsepower. We can play a little bit more with boost or ignition timing or anything like that. This doesn't seem to help that much. Also, let's check our like compressor and turbine settings. What can we do here still? I think 433 is already like a pretty good number. 440 horsepower. I mean, and this is typical Group B, isn't it? No torque, and then boom, once you get to like 5,500 RPM, boom, there's the turbo and there's all the power. 440 horsepower. I could get more, but I think that this is gonna be scary enough as is. $445. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think we need even more quality here, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, full quality on the bottom end. Group B special sauce. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Now, do we go for this or this body style? Because this is effectively looking like a coupe anyway, and that's kind of what I was going for. I think I'm going with this though. Can we repaint the bumpers, please? Global. I don't have really a good paint for the 80s. Let's make one. Do we make this white or? I think white was pretty popular back then in the Group B. No flake. Oh! Oh! I think I like that. I don't know how it just did that, but... we got racing straps for free. Anyway, so now we need to... since we're gonna need extremely wide tires, because the regulation says that one front tire plus one right tire cannot be more than 558.6 millimeters, or 22 inches it was. I'm gonna round that up just to keep myself sane. I'm gonna round that up to 560. And so we can, so front tire width plus rear tire width on one side cannot be more than 560. That's another rule for the Group B. I think that's good. So we're most likely gonna go for 275s up front and 285s on the rear. That seems to make the most sense in this configuration, I'd say. I think we're gonna go with these sort of headlights. Can we also add, like, where are they? Yes! So something like this. All the lights. I knew you'd like the stripes. Is that why you told me to use this body? Now we're gonna need a ton of downforce. So I'm gonna add 2 lips stacked on top of each other to the front. And I'm gonna use a massive rear spoiler because that's what they had. Oh, sorry. And I'm looking for a specific one. Which may have gotten removed, as it looks. Yeah, apparently it got removed, but anyway, we can do something similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and also choose the other one, go with 2, that goes to layer 3, plus 3, and this goes to 2, and then this stays on 1. Describe the gear. Well, it's basically this, but it had a few like horizontal body colored lines going through it already, like 2 or 3 of them. That's the one I was looking for. No. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's see if we can get a nice badge. There are so many. Oh, okay, nice font. And there are so many mods these days in the workshop. I think I have like over 350 mods installed. That's a lot. Let's go with this one. Reichsadler. The Germans. No, don't want that. This one though. Certainly. Okay, even though this is a race car, it is gonna need wipers of some kind. Especially when traveling on gravel, wouldn't you say? Okay, so these have been changed. Excuse me? Okay. That was a nice bug. These don't seem to be working properly. Or do you like actually do it like this now? And they, oh, they attach to the window now by themselves? Oh yeah, okay, I see. They didn't used to do that, so that must be part of the new update as well. Okay, and we are gonna need some mirrors. Just for when we overtake someone, not when, you know, someone's approaching us. Because, of course, in Rally, there is like a 1 minute or so a gap between each car starts. So, obviously, we're not gonna get overtaken in this rocket of a car. But we're gonna need the mirrors for after we overtake someone, just to check they're all right. So now we need a massive wing on the back. There are a few options, of course. Use something like this. Oh, yes! Now that's a Group B wing if ever I've seen one. I don't think any car actually used a wing that's exactly like this, but it captures the spirit. Right, rims. What's this? Ah, okay. See, I get confused when there's a lot of red in the preview, because red. I'm used to red meaning body color, and that usually this doesn't make any sense with wheels. Huh, what the heck? That just means you can two-tone the... Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I think I'm just gonna go with a simple 5-spoke design like that. I just like it, you know. Again, taillights we only need after we overtake someone, so that they know when we're about to brake. I'd like to get rid of these stripes on the rear here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a body colored one of these, or maybe even black plastic. So we got rid of them. Let's do this as well. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna something like this, where the right one is going to be the indicator. And this one's going to be the reverse light. And then I'm gonna add a couple of bumper bars. Oh no, not it's not the one I meant. Like the simple straight bar. No. This one? Yep, this one. Then corner will lock on. The gap between these two is a bit too big. Like that. I think that's more symmetrical now. I'm gonna add a diffuser to the rear as well. At the very least, some of these maybe? Nah, I don't think they actually have that. I'm gonna add something like this. Something a little bit more basic. exhaust in there. And since we have a boxer engine, we can... where is it? Mirror? There we go. Add a little bit of flare to the side view as well by doing something like that. We don't have like any sort of manufacturer decals or anything like that because they will probably get copyrighted. So yeah. There's a lot of mods there. Something like this on like the door. Then again, like the actual rally cars themselves don't need this, because, you know, this is just purely aesthetic. And, you know, a road-going version of this might have sort of, you know, aesthetic details like that, but the rally car itself doesn't need that. Okay, now I think... Oh right, it needs a fuel cap, because inevitably you're gonna run out of fuel at one point. Yep, I will double check that. So, we are gonna go all-wheel drive. Manual gearbox, 5 speeds. We are gonna go with relatively aggressive short gearing. Let's go with... You can't go like... You can't go 289 on a rally course. It's just not gonna happen. Something like this might be good. Now, I'm gonna go with a geared diff, because that is very, very good. Let's check and see. Looks appropriate. Should be functional. And here's the thing. Gotta add the race number. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Here's the thing. Off-road tires don't actually seem to be better off-road in BeamNG. So I'm gonna put this on sports tires instead. And flare the front fenders some more. 275s and then 285s. You can't go any higher than that. We are gonna need bigger rubber. And bigger brakes as well. So, okay, there we go. Now, one rule that was also part of the Group B regulations is that if both tires on one side are deflated, then the car can't touch the ground with any part. So we need to keep the ride height reasonable. Gonna add in an off-road skid tray, I think. And we're gonna go for max wing angle, probably also like 80 on the rear. A little bit of brake airflow won't hurt. gonna throw out the rear seats entirely. We do need a co-driver though in this theoretical scenario. We don't need an interior. Here's the thing. I could not find out whether or not Group B rally cars actually had power steering and ABS. For BeamNG, it doesn't make a difference anyway. But in the automation stats, it will. Number 6, just like random. I'm gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna mirror this just so I get the right size when I upscale this. Right, and now I'm gonna click that one and remove the mirror, and there we go. Gonna put a small number 6 on here as well. And on some of the blank spot on the rear as well, why not? Okay. Right. Interior, driver aids. They did need some basic safety equipment though. Couldn't go without safety at all. And here everything was fair game, so I'm gonna go with progressive sprints for now. I'm gonna go ahead and go very aggressive on the camber, like 1.6 or something. We do need softer springs and dampers, because we're taking this thing off-road. And then we need to raise it up a little bit, like so. And I think that's the first like rough sketch for the tune. It will do 0 to 100 in 4 seconds already. So it's anything but slow. For the category that we're racing in, the minimum weight is 960 kilograms. So we are a little bit heavier than that, but so was the Audi. The Audi was about 1040, roughly. And yeah, so I think that this is sort of a close match to that in terms of raw stats. We do have a lot of downforce, which we're gonna need. I'm gonna export this now. So this is gonna be the Group B experiment. B for turbo. Huge power. Okay. So I'm gonna export this and see how this drives. Export is still there, as it always was. Okay, so I'm a little bit scared because, well, this thing is gonna be kind of a monster. Like, as I said, I have done a few test cars with this theme. Hey, 4man777, how's it going? I have done a few test cars with this in a Group B style, and all of them have been terrifying in BeamNG. So sorry for that. Gotta move this here. I'm gonna switch to BeamNG. Hopefully you'll be able to see BeamNG soon. Okay, there it is. Is that window also too small? I think. Yeah, this also needs to be rescaled. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, I'm gonna test this on the rally track. And yeah, I mean, for this, because the automation rally track is pretty narrow and tight, I think this car is just gonna be way too fast for this little course. My favorite Group P car. I mean, man, all of them are so awesome, dude. The obvious the obvious one that everyone knows and loves is of course the Audi, but I also really love the Lancia Delta. And by the way, give me a second, just one moment. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Audi, Lancia, and I mean the Peugeot 206 was also a complete animal. Was absolutely mad. Like if you put a gun to my head, I would probably choose the Lancia, but all of them were awesome. So let's check this one out. I think I made it too soft. Yeah, I think I made it too soft. It does not want to. It does not like to react to the handbrake either. The way it slides under power is very nice though. Oh well, yeah, okay. That was a bit too much. You know what? Let's actually test this on the actual automation track, because this is just way too fast and way too powerful for the automation rally track, which is just way too tight, and you're gonna get a lot of that Group B turbo lag there, and you can't really floor it. and so it's a little, you know, it's the wrong playground for this car. Let's go here instead. I think I need a bit more front camber, and overall the car needs to be slightly stiffer. But once it goes, look at that speed climb. Almost touching the wall, but everything's still under control. Let's see how the downforce balances at speed as well, because that's exactly why I came here and drove until the swing shot. Need more front downforce, more rear downforce. Looks about good. You know what? I'm gonna choose ABS as well. Or did they just not have ABS in Group B? I don't know. Does anyone know for sure? I think I may just add it simply because it makes this car so much better. But this thing flies in a straight line. Holy crap. It's even got a huge wing to help it fly. So scary going flat through there. Yeah, gonna add ABS. Okay, so add ABS, generally stiffen the suspension slightly and add a little bit of front camber. That's the changes I wanna make. The real Group B question: how good does it look after driving into a tree? We can test that out later. Man, if only this was VR. Like, imagine if you could build your own cars in automation, export them to BeamNG, and then drive them in BeamNG in virtual reality. So you're effectively test driving your own car in virtual reality. Like, it doesn't get much closer to like actually making your own car and test driving it than that, I think. So, Add ABS. And okay, good. So let's see. No, especially if you add wheel and pedals. Yeah, it's true. I'm considering getting that, by the way. Because I don't know if... I mean, we've talked on Steam, but I don't know, do you know the YouTube sim racer named Jimmy Broadbent? Have you checked him out? Because, well, I really do enjoy his content, and kind of inspires me to try and get into the whole sort of VR racing, sim racing as well. And okay, so there's BeamNG, and let's try that again. Now this is too small. There we go. No idea why I did that, but you've heard of him but never watched anything. Okay. He's actually really entertaining as well. iRacing is way too expensive for my blood. Sure. But there is also Assetto Corsa, which does come in at a relatively hefty $40, but you don't with iRacing. With iRacing, you have to pay every month, and there is a lot of extra content for it, but almost all of it is paid content. So iRacing is indeed very, very expensive if you wanna do it seriously, and I don't. But Assetto Corsa or Project Cars 2, one or the other is what I've been considering. That was me being very late on the brakes. Underestimating this thing's straight line performance. Which is funny given that I've built this car. Was me turning into this corner too late and damaging my suspension. Somehow it now understeers more than it did before, even though the extra front camber should help it turn harder. Still doesn't really like using the handbrake. Yeah, like Project Cars. I think I own a Project Project Cars 1, but Project Cars 2, holy, that's another huge step up from what I've seen. Like, it is a lot more serious with the driving physics. There are so many awesome cars as well. I mean, if you're into race cars anyway. There I wanted to do sort of a handbrake turn, but it wouldn't. I want to try a little something. What I want to try is a time trial on the automation test track, but not on the main track, but on the outside loop, because it is part road and part gravel. And since a true rally car needs to be good in both, although admittedly in rallying they can choose road tires for road tracks and you know, off-road tires for gravel or mud or whatever, whereas here as a mixed track, and there are some in real rallying as well. But yeah, this is gonna really test the car. I've set a benchmark with my Evo 11 concept car that was, I think, 504, although it was not really an amazing lap. It didn't have any major mistakes, but let's try get under 5 minutes in this. That chicane is way too tight to really drive it cleanly. You would be going at like 10 kilometers an hour. But yeah, this is some proper rally action, isn't it? Oh. Somehow it didn't power oversteer there in that hairpin. I had to slow down, otherwise I would have plowed on straight into that rock. I'm used to this car power oversteering. So when it doesn't, it's like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Here's the scary part, because obviously the road is full of ice here. And so this makes the car really unpredictable because for the most part it understeers very hard actually. And sometimes it'll randomly oversteer. And you can force oversteer like so with the handbrake, but that's why I'm driving very slowly and conservatively here, because if I don't, I'm gonna die. Now these chicanes are deceptively tight. Remember, we're trying to finish this this lap in under 5 minutes. Looking good, I think. Because now it's basically just flat out until the finish line. Which won't take very long in a car like this. .451. We beat the target by nearly 10 seconds. We beat the Evo concept by 13 seconds. And remember, that car is a lot more modern, has way less turbo lag, a better diff, also four-wheel drive, of course. Yeah. Nice. I want to see if what this does on the quarter mile, because it's gonna be pretty quick, of course. It's not really built for the quarter mile, but you know, given its power and power to weight and its traction, it should still be pretty quick. Go 1.5 bars of boost. 11.381 seconds. That's really quick. What's that? I think these are other Group B rally cars that I've tried. Really kind of want to build a crappy American Group B rally car based on the AMC Eagle. The AMC Eagle, gonna look that up real quick. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. You know, it could work. They didn't. there are guys out there apparently who lift it up and fit huge off-road tires. So if you can make sort of kind of a monster truck out of them, you can probably make a rally car out of them as well. But anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to test this on. Oh yeah, the Jungle Rock Island, the Dirt Stage 2, where I also tested the off-road trucks. This thing's gonna be absolutely scary. This is gonna be terrifying. But you know, we can try. Okay, let the world spawn. And off we go. Oh. Okay. So here's how it looks after it hit a tree and rolled over. Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be difficult. I mean, who would have thought? Oh wait, this. Okay, you can't drive through that. I thought this was one of the. I thought this was one of those bushes that you could actually drive through. I was banking on that, but then it wasn't. Good lord, like, oh my god. We need to brake earlier than there. Dude, but oh my god, the speed and how bumpy this dirt track is makes it so difficult to keep this thing straight and steady, despite all of the downforce. It's the lack of grip. Doesn't matter how much downforce you've got if you're not going at a speed where it starts to matter. Oh, please don't break anything, thank you. I think we're still good. Oh my god, there isn't even any grip under braking either. This is difficult, like legitimately. Why do I keep thinking that I can... Like, at first, I was thinking again, oh, let's go straight through the bush, and then I was like, okay, you can't... Oh, wait, you can't. And then I had to adjust my path from there. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to take these corners too tightly. Just trying to keep it on the road. You know, road under quotation marks. Oh no. Yeah, late on the brakes. Okay, yep. That was foreseeable. I mean, I'm really like not talking very much here because I'm focused and scared. But you know, I'm playing a video game, so I can't begin to imagine what the drivers must have been feeling like in the real world when you get ambushed by, you know, 450, 500 horses on gravel when you didn't expect it, because you can never expect, because you can never know when the turbo comes back after you're off boost once. Can't read chat at the moment. Just trying to stay alive here. Because there's really the thing, like, what the reason you drift these cars is so that you keep the revs high and keep the engine on boost. But once and when it's on boost, you can at least somewhat know what the car is gonna do, because it's kind of what you expect to be doing the whole time. And by the way, this is the fastest time here. But what I was getting at, when you're on boost, the car is gonna break loose and it's gonna start sliding, right? But once you're off boost and you go back on the throttle, you never know when the boost is gonna kick back in. And that's the really scary part. We beat the best time so far by over 4 seconds. This was a truck, but it was not a slow one. It also had pretty much the same power as this. Sure, it was heavier, but it was specifically built for this here, and also for off-road racing. You know, it's a lot more predictable, more controllable than this. Whew. Okay. Do we try one more track? Industrial side. Perimeter mixed circuit. Long industrial course. Which one? Because I think this is around the industrial area, whereas this is in the sort of area where the rallycross track is. And so, and these ones as well. It identifies as a road. How dare you pathway shame it? Let's try the perimeter mixed circuit. I think this was the first one that caught my eye. Let's do one lap and see if we can survive. So we're gonna go left. Jump! Oh, too far. You should brake. We should brake before that jump. Much better. No idea where I'm going. Oh, right. Okay, that was not good. Huge bump there on the outside as well. Should probably try to avoid it the next time. I think I've ruined my suspension. The car is pulling to the left. Yep. Okay. Literally took like 5 or 6 attempts to finish a 55-second lap here. So that's how you know how drivable this car is. Whew. But I think in conclusion we can say that the real world Group B drivers were absolute madmen, and the ones that survived and won and won races or stages and championships, they should be considered to be real heroes, because holy crap, like if a car that's inspired by Group B in a video game, if that can be scary, then I don't want to imagine what the real car would be like. Like, oh my goodness. Um, so yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna end it for now. Maybe next week, maybe the week after that, I'll do another race series and just try and make a car that would be able to run in that series. If you've enjoyed the stream, if you're not following me already, consider following me. Subscribe to my YouTube and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.